Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Welcome back to Worth Guitars. Today, I'm going to do a little quick video. We're going to try to get a couple pieces glued up for an acoustic guitar. We recently made a new plate joining fixture. Let me show that to you. This is it right here. As you can see, it has cam clamps on one side. And I'll show you how all this works as soon as I get these sides joined properly. I need to just touch up the edge so that when I put the two edges together, then they'll fit good and tight. Okay, so I'm working on that. And while working on this electric guitar over here, I'm out of the picture, sorry. Working on this electric guitar over here, I got to put in the side dot markers, which I should have done already, but I forgot. I actually glued on the fretboard without drilling for the side dot markers. And I hate to admit it, but it's not the first time I've done that. So yeah, it makes me feel kind of silly because it's a whole lot easier to do before you glue the fretboard on, especially when you get down to the body, because it's hard to get around all that stuff is in your way. So anyway, we got a couple of cool builds coming up. I'm going to try to video these as best as I can. We got some rosewood to glue together. That's pretty, isn't it? Andean rosewood. This is the back for an acoustic. Classical. Some Sitka spruce. Very, very pretty pieces of Sitka spruce. Look how tight that grain is, man. That's nice, isn't it? Even got a little bit of flame in it. You don't see that much in softwood. The lighting's not so good, but yeah, that's pretty cool. And this little classical here will have African mahogany sides and back with a Sitka spruce top. That's pretty too, huh? Yeah. So as you can see, I reinforced this little bit of a crack right here with some CA glue. And it's right on the edge. You see where I outlined the guitar? It's right there. But I believe reinforcing it with that CA glue, and by the time it's all glued down, I think it's going to be okay. It's right there on the edge. It doesn't sound like it has a crack in it or anything. It still sounds good. So I'm going to try and use it. This is for us as a display model anyway, so it's not like I'm giving somebody a guitar with a crack in it. This is kind of a experiment guitar, I would say. So I'm going to work on this today, try to get the sides glued up using our new plate joining fixture. All I got to do is just touch up these edges right here. I have this piece of aluminum that I put sandpaper on. Super long piece of aluminum. Heavy duty extruded aluminum. This thing works great for doing this kind of stuff. You can just put it on here like this and hold it. Stand this back and forth a little. Now you could do this with a plane, but African mahogany has interlocking grain, and you may inadvertently tear out a chunk while you're trying to do it with a plane, unless you have a really super nice low angle, longer low angle plane. I don't have one. All I have are regular type of planes like this one here. And this one could very well do the trick. This old Stanley, man. Oh, this is actually a Bailey. This is a super old Bailey. Rosewood handles. This is a number 6. It's a very cool old plane. And I do use it quite a bit, actually. It's great for straightening out boards. This is an old Warrior here, but I'm afraid because of the interlocking grain on this African mahogany that it'll pull a chunk out of it. And I don't want that to happen. This thing actually says in here it was patented on August the 9th, 1902. So I would say this thing has traveled a long way to get here, wouldn't you? Yes, sir. So instead of using a plane, I just use this long, super straight piece of aluminum. That cleans that edge up real nice without tearing out any grain, and that's the important thing. And you can feel that it feels nice and straight. And I'll hit this one too. Need to check this. See where we're at. Well, that's looking pretty good. I think that's going to be okay. All right, let's try this one. That is pretty darn good. That's pretty darn good right there. I think we can use that. So what I've done is just sanded that edge straight using this long piece of aluminum. And it does a great job for these. You know, once you get it really super close anyway, it just cleans up any little marks, any joiner marks or mill marks on the edge off. And we can put it in a fixture and glue it up, all right? Okay, plate joining fixture. See how this baby works. This bar goes across the top to hold the center down. As when you put pressure on two long edges, it wants to buckle up in the center. So I put this bar across the center. This is also aluminum. And it has a piece of this ABS plastic. I forget what this is called, this type of plastic. It's not ABS, but you can buy it in sheets. You can buy 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. And it's super dense and very slick, and glue will not stick to it. So that's one reason to use it. I've also included that on the plate itself. I inlaid a piece in there. You can see. So right there is where the glue joint is. And it's got little rubber feet on the back. So it sits flat and level. It doesn't slide around on the bench. Excuse me. So what we want to do is we just want to put this in here where we want it. Everything is adjustable. These things slide out of the way, like so. Get everything centered up, like that. Okay, that's centered right there. So we'll just slide that right up to that. Got the glue joint running down the center of that piece of plastic. And we'll just slide this back up to it and lock it down. Just like that. Then these are cams. So as you push in, obviously it pushes against this board and locks it in. So you just keep doing that until you get it all locked in. And you get a super tight clamping action across there. And then of course this pushes the center down and holds that nice and flat. And it looks like that. And so I'll get a really nice clean joint across there, right? So I'm gonna grab a couple of paper towels so it doesn't get messy, and I'll be right back, all right? All right, loosen that back up. Put a little glue along this edge here. Make sure it's good and clean. Try not to be messy. Whoop, see, it's starting to get messy. Try to be as neat as you can when you're doing a glue up, because it makes a mess if you don't. You don't want to get a bunch of glue all down in the grain of your wood. Just make sure you got a good amount along the edge. Get rid of the excess. That. Move that out of the way. No longer required. And glue her up. And that works great. Nice tight joint. I like it. Nice and clean. We can't clean the other side off. Can't clean the other side off, but we'll clean this one off just so we can make sure the joint is tight. Everything lines up like we want. It looks super clean, super tight. We'll put this on there to hold it down. Make sure nothing moves around. Those bolts need to be a little bit longer. Up through here, that, center it up, tighten it down. Now, that's pressing down on the center, keeping everything flat. Because this aluminum is definitely going to stay straight, extruded aluminum. It's just about as straight as anything you can get. Looks great. Got the cam clamps pushing in against this board here. Those are locked down. And we have our back glued up in the plate joining fixture. Pretty cool, huh? All right. That's all I've got for you for the moment. We get all these plates glued up. I have a few more to do, but I'm sure you'd really rather not watch me just glue a bunch of stuff together. I just thought I'd show you how this plate joining fixture works. It works good. If you have any questions, any comments, if you would like a list of the materials so that you can build yourself one or that type of thing, you know, send me a comment. And please subscribe and hit the like button and all that good stuff. The throws cracking. All right? So that's all I have for you today, guys. Look, be good to each other out there, okay? And support your brothers and sisters out there that work around you, you know, your bars and your restaurants, and just do all the things that we need to do to help support each other, all right? It's good talking to you again. Work guitars. We'll see you out there somewhere, all right? Peace.